right, we're going to give everybody a chance to get back in here. Hopefully you guys are going to come back and join us. We just concluded our first chapter of Pocahontas Memoirs. I hope you guys are enjoying. Are you not entertained? You got her? Oh, my cat wants food, you guys. All right, we got everybody coming back in here. We got Germany in the house. Thank you very much. Hola. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you. Can't wait for the VIP in Denver either. If you guys want to know, then we are going on tour in October. And if not October, then whenever the fuck we can go on tour, we are on tour. Promise you. So I'm going to play you guys a song, all right? And then when Tracy gets back in, TB, if you're here, I'm going to be bringing you in. Actually, let's bring you in right now, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, the eighth wonder of the world, TB Monstrosity. These are solid steel chains holding the monstrosity.
Yo.
I'm touching the beast. I'm touching the beast. What you got over there? Oh, look at us. Hey, what are you tuned to over there?
Just like old times.
All right, let me hear your A. Let me hear your A.
This is what Nimvid was talking about the other day, guys.
Yeah, when you guys, if you were here for the bit talking about this kid, this is what we did in front of 50,000 people. Meanwhile, Soulfly is watching us like this.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Are we really gonna try this?
We're gonna well, emphasis on the word try.
Let me hear Louie. Hi. I think he just opened a rift in time and space. What are you gonna play? I think Tim's gonna play some song, guys.
Yeah, is that too loud? Do I need to turn down a little bit? Do I need to turn down a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. All right. Too much volume.
Too much metal.
Let's see what to do. See, I didn't figure out what we would do, but so
haven't we ever?
Yeah.
Hey, bring your volume down a little bit.
I'll turn it down on the guitar too.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
How you doing? I'm just gonna sit here and watch you.
You can harmonize with me if you want, man. Let's see. We'll do this one. Turn out the river most for me with grip on suicide. Cold steel rests upon my flesh. Running red drips from the blade. My time is drawing near salvation. Come so swiftly forever to be laid to rest. Embrace my past for the dying day. Remember me. Think of me as you dream. I kiss the sorrow of your soul. Breakers on my soul to keep. Death's vector looming close. The plug is pulled from machines. No breath escaping from my chest. And this night has turned me away. My time is drawing ocean come so swiftly, forever to be laid to rest. Erase my past for the dying day. Remember me. Think of me as you dream. I kiss the sorrow of your soul. Pray to God my soul to keep. Remember me. Think of me as you dream. I kiss the sorrow of your soul. And pray to God my soul to keep. We tried, oh how we tried. Flame rest on hands of mine. No place left for me inside. Released from the demons on the day I died. We tried, oh how we tried. Flame rest on hands of mine. No place left for me inside. Released from the demons on the day I died. We tried, oh how we tried. Blame rests on hands of mine. No place left for me inside. Released from the demons on the day I died.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up? Drop that pick, homie.
I'm back to where I can't hear you now, man. My phone hates me, bro. You know what? I'm going to leave and come back. That seemed to work last time.
All right. Come back. Come back. All right. TB has left the building. Hey, how did it sound? I don't know. It's literally like driving with no headlights on. But that was every Blitz Kid show, so it should sound really good. See, look. I was in tune. Now listen. This one's for you, Nympvand. Just heard TB. Okay. All right. Well, we're trying. You know, technology hasn't really caught up with the needs of the quarantine right now. 5 sellers below. Can you guys hear me okay? You guys hear me all right? All right, I'm going to tune my shit back up, all right? P.S. You're getting the Blitz Kid Show experience right now. We'll give you about 15 minutes of nonstop energy, right? And then this. We're getting close. Yeah, it's only picking up one mic at a time, but punk rock, right? Fuck you, coronavirus. All right, I'm going to play you guys a song while TB figures out what's going on over there, all right? All right. Look at Davey. He's like, so you guys enjoyed story time with TB? Yeah, I call this song Things to Do with Your Time. Tracy, I don't know what tuning you were in, but geez Louise. Getting there. Only got 2 more strings to go. This is why I play bass. think Tracy's coming back. TB's coming back. I'm so close, you guys. The trunk, D standard. That's what you think, buddy. We have a knack. Oh, listen to that beautiful. Is that too loud? Let's see how many people I can make leave this room. There goes one. And one more. Something from the first album. TB. I haven't forgot you, man. Here he comes. All right. We're letting you guys into the fourth wall. This is how it works, people. Where is he? Hey! You're like way closer to the camera this time.
I wanted to give everybody a nice scare.
Just like
on purpose, my friend. I can hear you. I can hear you now, so we're all good.
Good.
I'm in D standard, by the way.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm actually in B sharp, so. So what show? I think I might play one for you guys now.
Do it.
Somebody keeps asking for these walls. You guys gonna extreme close up. All right. All right. All right.
All right. Show me.
All right, I'm gonna play you guys something here called 5 Cellars Below. 5.
God. Reminds me of King Kong. Reminds me of King Kong Bundy back in the day.
Or as they say, I was gonna say, as they say in Europe, 5 Cellars Below.
5 Cellars Below.
5. All right. I was actually gonna play this. I'm just gonna play power chords on this because. You guys hear that okay? Can you hear that all right, Trace?
It's a little low on my end. It's a little low. There you go. That's better.
Maybe I should just tell the story while I'm playing. Back in 2006, there's a little song we wrote called I bet today
Whoa.
fist against the wall.
Whoa.
Hold on, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. There's a delay. There's a delay, yeah.
You're just gonna maybe just be with me in spirit.
I can do some interpretive dance while you're playing.
I bet today from this against the wall he tried to stain reflection of what I am. Yeah. I felt today and long on to the floor. Yeah. Here is where I'll stay. Think of you as my bones man now. I'm just a man, no I'm bad. Some is what they say. But if I truly were, I'd walk through walls for you. Alone today, no one to call my friend now. No one to stay, no one to help me sing, yeah. the shadows on, no, and knock the spiders down. No one to say, oh, how could I live without you? I'm just a man, no, a phantom is what they say. But if I truly were, I'd walk through walls for you. I'm just a man, no, a phantom is what they say. But if I truly were, I'd walk through walls for you. 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 I'd walk through walls. Drink that water for me, TB. Take a big swig of it for me. Then stay all night with me. That's when hear my songs, feel my passion. I'd walk through walls. I'd walk through walls. I'd walk through walls for 1, 2, 3. You. Yes.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to be like, Tracy, sit this one out. But I was just like, it was coming in like really laggy and weird.
Yeah, there's a delay, man. No sweat.
Nobody puts TB in the corner.
We just kick technology's ass. That's all.
That's right. Hey, let's tell. Thank you very much. So that song. I want to tell everybody real quick that song, the story behind 5 Cellars Below, the recording of that album. Do you remember? A lot of people don't know this, but we recorded 5 Cellars Below in May of 2005. Now, what had happened was we did all of the vocals in New York City at a place called Planet Gray Studios with a gentleman named Fang Alpha Male, singer from a band called the Serpentines. Good friend.
Shout out to George.
Shout out George Grant, Fang Alpha Male. But what had happened was there were some incongruencies in the way that the vocals were recorded, and they didn't line up once we got them back to the place that we were recording the actual instruments. So we had to record all of the vocals over again. The album was done, and then we had to record them all over again. So we went back down to Tennessee, and we went to Sonic Design in Bristol, Tennessee, Mike Stevenson, and that's where we did all of the vocals, the second batch of vocals for 5 Cellars Below. But one good thing that came out of that whole loss of the vocals was that in the meantime, in the interim, I wrote the song 5 Cellars Below. Yeah. And so that's why it's called 5 Cellars. The album was already called 5 Cellars Below. And I just decided to write a song called 5 Cellars Below while we were waiting. But we'd already started working on all the artwork and layout, and I wasn't really astute with Photoshop as I am now. So I didn't really know how to go in and fix all of the changes. So we just put 5 Cellars Below on as a hidden track. So that's why the title song of the album is a hidden track on 5 Cellars Below.
If you remember correctly, too, whenever we got the masters back from after we had, and guys, we had already pretty much mixed, everything except for the vocals were mixed on the album, and we got the vocals back and we dropped them in from Planet Gray Studios, and we sounded like this on every song, and we're just like, something's wrong, man. So
I remember Vanishing Riders. It was like, it was like Buffalo Bill. Like,
yeah.
Goddamn, I walk through walls for you. That's what it sounded like. I walk through goddamn walls of lotion for you. Oh, Chad.
And like somebody said, it sounds expensive. It was expensive. We had to pay to record vocals twice. So
yes,
and it wasn't just a day or two thing. We since 5 Cellars Below was kind of like one of our, at that point, our most adventurous record. So we spent quite a bit. We spent quite a bit of time on those vocals, like probably God, what, 3-4 days at least on the vocals each time we did them, and we had to do them twice. So
quite a bit, man. Someone was asking where can they watch these. Okay, so check it out, you guys. Instagram's very cool in the fact that they allow these videos to be live for 24 hours. So if you got to go, come back tomorrow. It'll be up for 24 hours. But I've been saving them. Shout out to Davey Calabrese. He's my Obi-Wan when it comes to Instagramological technology. He's helped me out quite a bit. I figured a way to actually save these videos. So I will be putting them up on the A Corpse with No Name YouTube eventually. So they'll be there for posterity's sake. That may be a good or bad thing, but they'll be there.
people are going to see this and be like, wow, TB's stupid. He has no idea how to work his phone.
No,
That's cool.
I'm just
That's
saying,
cool.
I don't know how to tune my guitar. So it's okay.
I've had worse said about me. It's fine.
That's all good. Any chance we're going to see an Anatomy of Reanimation Volume 2?
Oh, somebody was. You know, it's probably the same person. I don't know. Somebody was talking about this on Facebook the other day, and I actually commented on the thread. I said, well, you know, the last one was pretty much hated, and you guys weren't shy about letting us know about it. So that's why we didn't do a volume 2.
So keep in mind as well. P.S. Fuck out, y'all. But I'm just kidding. That was a Timmy. I had to throw a Timmy out there. If you guys were here for part 1, cousin Timmy. I explained this to people. I talked about Anatomy of Reanimation, that I think it's a great album, but I feel like what happened was we had learned so much. Retrospectively, we hadn't, but in the moment, we had learned so much about the studio in Five Cellars Below. As you said, that was a watershed moment for us, that album, right?
It really was.
And I'm really happy that a lot of people have caught that translation in their lives as well, because for all intents and purposes, so many people say to me and you and us, like, oh my God, you know, Five Cellars Below is like such a crowning moment. And like, that means a lot to us, obviously. But it meant a lot to us too. But by the time Anatomy of Reanimation came along, we were like, we got this. All right, cue up the guitar. We're going to need 16 guitars here, because that's how Mike Ness did it on White Light, White Heat, White Trash.
Yep.
He had 16 rhythm tracks. So we're going to have 17. All right. So we did that. And the only thing I can say is, if you've seen Walk Hard with John C. Reilly, like an army of didgeridoos. Like, I was that guy. That's all my fault. I say, hey guys, I have a didgeridoo, I have a sitar, I have a bagpipe. Let's bring it in and put everything that makes music on Anatomy of Reanimation. And
Not only that, you know, there was not only that. I think, for myself personally, I think, you know, on the guitar, you know, spectrum of things, I went kind of bullhouse ignorant, as we say down in these parts. I think I got kind of a little too adventurous on the song. It's like there was no reason that there had to be like 4 overdubbed guitar parts, different guitar parts on Dying Day. There really wasn't.
But you know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
And you know, it was just overkill. And like Ghouls was saying, you know, we were just kind of like, after we kind of figured out that we could, you know, pull off the experimentation and stuff in the studio, we just kind of like, we're kids in a candy store with it. And, you know, it is what it is, you know, I will say this, a lot of the stuff that we did put on the songs for Anatomy of Reanimation, and I said this the other day when someone approached me about it on Facebook as well, was stuff that we'd originally wanted to do to the songs anyway. We just ran out of time and ran out of money when we were recording the original versions of these songs. So some of the stuff that's on there was meant to be there always, but some of it not so much.
That's the thing, man. You know, and I think our destitute financial situation saved us on those early albums, because there's a lot of the stuff that we did want to do. As TB said, that was the whole impetus behind Anatomy, was like, hey man, we don't really play these songs this way anymore live. We play them differently, you know, because a lot of the songs were recorded, I mean, very early stages of Blitzkid. So we just kind of wanted to give a more touchstone approach to like where we were with the songs at that point in time. But I think it was a very good album in the sense that, you know, we swung with Five Cellars Below. We kind of hit the center, and we swung a little too far with Anatomy, and then it really brought perspective by the time Apparitional came along. Yeah,
we kind of learned what we could do, and we kind of learned what we shouldn't do, and what we could, you know, also with what we could do as well. in the course of both of those records. So, you know, the great thing is though, I sit here and I say that, but then it took me a week to record all the guitars for Apparitional.
Yeah.
But it's because we were using 3 different amps, 3 different guitars for 3 different rhythm tracks on each song. So that's why that took so long. But.
It's true, man. Yeah. Someone says, I'll take anything new by Blitzkid. I was telling everyone about this. When we get up to 10,000 people on the official Blitzkid Instagram, we have a studio recorded version of Ad Nauseam Memore. We're going to put that up for you guys to hear. So drop
from the vaults. Yeah, get that number up, guys. You want to hear that tune. First unreleased, first Blitzkid music in 9 years.
I was telling everyone too that I have a practice tape of ours when we were getting ready for that show at the Bluefield Auditorium, where we were playing a lot of songs that never made the cut. We played Carnival, we played Cujo, Weirdos was on there. I mean, you guys, there's so many. We had a full on like Happy Gilmore or like Waterboy, like the book of songs, man. We just like never made it.
Yeah.
So,
really did. I want some other ones.
Baby Monsters.
Baby Monsters, yeah. We nixed. I'll throw myself under the bus. We nixed that one though because it sounded just like "Here Comes the Dead" from American Psycho.
It happens. I don't remember Baby Monsters, you guys. I'm sorry.
It was pretty much "Here Comes the Dead" from. Just listen to American Psycho. "Here Comes the Dead." That's Baby Monsters, basically.
Oh, Baby Monsters. There you go.
Which you know what? Hey, people say that about The Howling and Scream too. So whatever.
Yeah, but and that's interesting because all the songs on Terrifying Tales came out, pretty before all of that. And I'm not claiming that. I don't do any of that. I'm just saying that we called a couple of bad reviews where it was like, this song sounds like this song of the Misfits. This song.
Yeah, we wrote both of them in 97, 98. And,
songs are like,
Famous Monsters came out in 99. So,
not to take away. Just saying. Just pointing that out. It seems like everybody's. I'm just reading the comments here. And thank you guys very much for being here with us.
Yes, thanks for hanging out with us.
Kat MD saying she likes the primitive quality of the recordings. I do too. Blitzkid TV. We stopped paying our cable bill.
Got shut down.
Vanishing Riders. Wow. Vanishing Riders was one of those songs where I came to TB and I was like, hey, check it out. This is all I got. And then you were just like, what are we going to do with that? And I was like, I remember I was like, think 311. When you think of that album Transistor, just think of anything on that album in terms of guitar. And you were like, all right. You were like, I was like, look, yes.
We literally turned that song into, what did we say when we finished the product for that song? We said, by God, we said it sounds like The Doors meets Rancid.
Yeah, because dude, that was all like I said, I had the skeleton, and then I was like, hey Tracy, man, this has gotta feel like jazzy. The fucking top's down, you're cruising down the boulevard, and you were like. And it was awesome, man. That was one of those moments in 5 Stars Below where like it was just like, fuck yes.
Yeah, that was definitely. And remember, if you remember correctly, man, like, I notoriously, like, we've always said that, like, I paint in like, colors that everybody could see and understand as far as songwriting. Goals is a little more abstract than me a lot of times. And when he's explaining this song to me how he wants it, I'm like, I have no idea what to do. But I sat down with it and because I think you had done a rough demo of it at least at that point or something, just by yourself on like one of your micro cassette recorders or something like that. And I had a copy of it somehow. And so I just sat with it. And I was like, all right, so he wants it kind of, jazzy, kind of reggae-ish. You know, I can combine those two things. I don't really play like that, but I know enough to where I can kind of maybe come up with something cool. And I remember, yeah, when I played it for you, you're like, "Yes, dude, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted." And then, you know, and then the heavy part, you know, came, and we you know, we were the Doors meets, you know, whatever during the first part of the song. Then the heavy part comes on, and we sound like Blitzkid. Then we go back to the Doorsy, you know, jazzy reggae-ish kind of guitar stuff at the end. And that song for me, like I thought initially, I thought I'm gonna hate this song. I'm gonna hate this song. But that song, and As the Rope Bridge Sways was another one actually, where I was just like, sure, man, let's try that. Cool.
I was like, shabab, shabab, man, shabab, shabab.
And I'm like, shabab, shabab. Okay.
Yeah, shebop, shebop, weebop, Cyndi Lauper, shabab, shabab.
So, but yeah, those are two songs that, you know, I never expected to like really like, but and then we got to where we would play Rope Bridge live, and like that was like one of the songs that hit the heaviest. Like people were just like, you know, like every time we play it, and I'm just like, wow, that's weird, you know. Songs got bagpipes and sitar in it, you know.
Dude, that's the thing, man. Like I always loved when we played that live because we would just anticipate that drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, this.
Yeah, dude, when it kicks in, like everybody loses their shit. And another song, another song that always cracked me up, especially when we, you know, over in Europe, that people would just like freaking kill one another to, was Love Like Blood. We always laughed about that, you guys, because every time, you know, we'd start Love Like Blood, and it'd be cool. It'd be like, you know, mellow sing along. That'd be, you know, and it really, really touched me to this day. To see like people legit like tearing up and stuff during the intro of that song. But when like those 4 drum hits come on, and then like we go into the heavy part, dude, people were just slaughtering each other in the pit and stuff. And I was just like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, we always would laugh about it. We'd be like, wait till we would tell bands that we'd play with on tour over there, where do we play Love Like Blood? Check this out. And they're like, what are you talking about? That's a very pretty song, you know? And we're like, just wait.
Yeah, say goodbye.
So yeah, it was crazy, man. But yeah, those two songs in particular, I was always like, man, I don't know, dude. Like this is pretty whacked out for us, because you know it's one thing when you're explaining it to somebody, like it's gonna sound weird, but then you know we were just kind of able to put all those pieces together, and it turned out really cool. Both of those songs.
Straight up, man. I was saying the same thing about Mary and the Storm last week, how I would laugh my ass off. Like I'm up there saying, we're entwined in Midnight's embrace, and meanwhile, you're just watching this.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's another one they'd go crazy for. It's always blew my mind. Do you remember? All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, and then I gotta run, dude, because I have to go. I have to go out to the world, unfortunately, grab some stuff, do some errands and shit like that. But I thank you guys for, you know, listening to us ramble and listening to us fumble through some songs. It's just like old times. But no, seriously, guys, we still got it. Seriously though, you guys, I was mentioning this to somebody the other day. I said, you know, people won't let Blitzkid die, you know, and that's cool. And not that I wanted to, or you know, or ever wanted it to, or anything like that. But you know, it's awesome now for me. Like, and you and I've talked about this before too. Is now we've been a band so long that people are bringing their kids to our shows,
Yeah.
and it's like a whole new, you know, new generation's getting turned on to Blitzkid. But real quick, thank you guys so much for the support. Thanks for listening to us ramble on and be silly for the last hour or so.
Oh, dude, that's my MO on this thing, man. I just talk.
I love it. I love it. It's just like hanging out in the van, man. No big deal. Except that, you know,
like this.
a couple hundred people are watching, and I can hear what you're saying.
Like this right here. We're yelling at each other really
loud. But I'll tell you guys a real quick story, and Goals is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. We used to play this place in Champaign, Illinois. That was actually the basement of a church. Okay, and it was like they were really cool, I guess. You know, with this church would let like this, you know, this youth, you know, kind of punk youth organization that was in that town book shows there, and they would book us there. So one time, We're playing a show there, and there was a guy who was very impaired, very out of his mind on some sort of drugs or something like that. He looked like he's having a great time, but cut between like him being outside and us hanging out with people outside, talking to people before the show, and then cut to the show. We're playing, and this guy went from like being happy-go-lucky, like I'm high off my ass, to like belligerent high, and I want to mosh and hurt people. And no one was moshing with this guy. And so I remember very vividly, we look out and we see this gentleman, and he's just, how should I put this? And there might be some young kids watching. He was enjoying himself by himself.
He was shaking some dew off his lily.
Yeah. So, yeah. Big muscled up skinhead dude, and just, flogging the dolphin while we were playing Loopin' Tooth around. Sorry.
That's, you got to turn into a werewolf somehow. Everybody's got their own way.
Maybe that was his. Oh. No moon, just, yank it out, and there you go. But that's another Blitzkid story for you guys.
So you led into it. That wasn't the first time that's ever happened. When we played in Dayton, Ohio, at the Aquarius, when we played the drag show. Can I tell the story real quick?
Go ahead.
Can you hang out for this? Can you hang out?
Yeah. For like a couple more minutes, for sure.
I'm just going to bullet point this. So speaking of this, just building off of what TB just said, we were playing at the Aquarius in Dayton, Ohio, and our friend Kyle had set the show up. Now, it got moved the day of the show. We didn't know that it was moved, but we found out it was now moved to a place called the Aquarius. Now we get to the Aquarius, we load in, all right? We say we need to go somewhere where we can put our makeup on. So they say, okay, downstairs. There's a room you can go put your makeup in. We go downstairs. We walk in the room, workout gear everywhere, ellipticals, stair climbers, weight machines. And then all the mirrors are waist high all the way around the room. And we go, that's weird. So we just go over and we're bent over like this, putting our makeup on. And lo and behold, this butt naked dude walks in a Chip and Dale costume and goes over in the corner and starts hanging out with himself. And I remember being like, and I'm like, look at TB. And I look at this guy and I'm like, what do we do?
No. I wasn't down there. I was upstairs. And you guys came up. Yeah, you guys came up and you're both like white as sheets. And I'm like, what's the matter, man? You're like, yeah, there's a...
Long story short, what happened was he actually wasn't. He was somebody that worked at the club. They were having a drag show upstairs. The guy who put the show on just told him to come down. He was friends of the guy's wife and said, go down there and mess with Blitzkid. He wasn't doing anything illustrious, but he was just trying to get our goat, as it were. But it made sense why all the mirrors were waist height.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's why. Okay.
For the tuck and roll.
Anyway, it was a great show. And then we went upstairs, and that's not, if you guys ever see pictures of us like dressed in drag, we were like, yeah, man, when in Rome, just
same show.
Like, send some clothes, man. So yeah, we had this giant foam hairpiece in the van from the movie Hairspray that had just come out. So I was like, this is perfect. And we just dressed up and did wigs, and all of the guys from the drag show came down and they were clapping, and then we went upstairs and I was trying to go up on the runway and all that stuff. And Blitzkid, man.
I just remember I look like a bearded version of Mimi from the Drew Carey show. And you look like a zombified Peg Bundy.
I did, yeah. You did too. That was a great show. But anyway,
my friend Jennifer Foucher up in Massachusetts still has that dress that I wore.
Oh my god, dude!
I gave it to her.
Hey, when you come back,
yeah,
we'll have to have you come back on because we got so many things to talk about.
Oh god, yeah, dude.
But listen, dude, when you come back on, make a mental note to tell everyone about the Nikki Sixx collar from Dr. Feelgood that you have and how you got it.
Okay, absolutely.
That's a great story. Tracy Byrd owns Nikki Sixx's collar from Dr. Feelgood.
No, it's actually it was from Too Fast for Love, the debut album. He was wearing it. He was wearing it way back. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to tell him that story. I told him the Slash story last week.
Nice. The water park.
Yeah.
All
Well, hey, man,
right.
tell everybody where they can get your shit, dude.
You can find a Gathering of None stuff at a gatheringofnone.bandcamp.com. You can get our entire digital discography on there right now for less than $22. And if you get it this Friday, Bandcamp's waiving their revenue share, so we get everything, which is kind of cool of them. And I'm literally at 5% battery, brother. I'm gonna have to take off.
All right, dude. Take care of yourself. Thanks for
All
coming
right,
by.
man. Love you guys. Love you, ghouls, and I will talk to you guys soon.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much, TB, for coming by. Thank you guys very much. We're going to wrap this up, episode 5. Come in next week. We'll have some guests. Figure that out this week. But yeah, hopefully our stories weren't too offensive. But, you know, I mean, that's the life we lived. So, yeah. Thank you guys very much. What TB was saying in terms of like, you know, a Gathering of None, I have obviously here my thing, the Roving Midnight. If you guys, we mentioned today, we have some shirts for sale. So if you guys want to go over there to acorpsewithnonamestore.com, pick up some shirts. We got some cool ones. That'd be awesome. If not, no biggie, man. We'll make it happen. We'll make it work. And we'll eventually get out there to see you guys. Someone was asking me, you must have missed it earlier, where you can see these if you're just coming in. You can catch this on the replay on my Instagram stories. Just find it there, and soon or later I'll have all these up on our YouTube too. And thank you guys so much for asking questions. Again, you guys have so many great questions. I see them scrolling by, but you know, like we'll get to them. All right, so just bear with us. Don't take it personally. Oh shit, the movie club. Yes, thank you so much. Before I go, let me ask you guys this: anybody watch Scarlet Street last week? Anybody? So I got down the TB rabbit hole, so I apologize. Any Scarlet Streeters out there? Okay, cool. Fire Squirrel saw it. NPR watched it. Did you guys like it at all? Kitty was insane. Did you guys know who Kitty was? That was Joan Bennett from Dark Shadows. Right on, man. Good. You have to watch that movie in the lens of where it was in the time that it was, 1945, early film noir, Fritz Lang. I personally love that movie. It's kind of where I started really gravitating towards the imagery for lanterns for A Roving Midnight was from that. I really think that the story probably should have ended, at the trial. I think it kind of drew out a little bit too much, with the being haunted by the voices sort of thing. But that's Fritz Lang, man. Right on, man. Tango and Eden, Scarlet Street on Blu-ray. Right on. I'm glad you guys liked it. So check it out, Lazy Legs. If you guys don't have anything else to say about Scarlet Street, check this one out for next week. It's called Les Diaboliques. I'll spell that for you. LESDIAB Diaboliques. OLIQUES. Yeah, I'm sorry. My French is not very good. Or Diabolique. It's from 1955. It's directed by Henri Clouzard. Fucking amazing movie. Like, I don't want to give it away. I'm not trying to preempt it and make you guys like watch it and say this is great. But one of my all-time favorite scenes in any movie. It's hands down one of the scariest, just morose scenes in the movie. All I'll say is bathtub. So remember that. And when you see it, you'll know. This movie was Robert Bloch who wrote Psycho. It was his favorite book, okay? And Hitchcock was begging to do this movie. So it is on Prime. You guys can check it out. It's free on Prime. So check it out. It might be on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, we'll talk about it next week. All right. And sorry for letting yes, thank you, Jordy. Sorry for letting, the movie club drop on the wayside. We were talking about femurs and all that fun shit. It is not gory. It is, it's a psychological thriller. It is probably one of the most beautifully executed movies in terms of straddling the line of horror and just romance and noir, like film noir. Okay. So it is on YouTube. Awesome. Got it queued up. Found it on YouTube. Dig it. All right, man. So, all right, I'm going to let you guys get out of here, okay? So thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you next week. And I will post the picture of the head McGee as soon as I find it, okay? So be on the lookout. All right, love you guys. Long live the horde. Have a good night. Peace.